Is Disney preparing to reset Star Wars? I mean, we've been hearing about the whole world between worlds thing being the way they're going to reset it for a while, but I think this is fucking going to happen. Let's crack into why. I got a few things today to cover. I'm going to go over my thoughts on what maybe I would do to reinvigorate the classic Star Wars feeling that everybody knows and loves from their childhood. Let's crack into it. All right, guys, so we're going to be checking out the channel Always Believe, and this is going to be his little flight crew thing here. I'll let you let him crack in his opener.
We're back to Always Believe. Today's episode is going to be a little bit of a walk and talk. We're actually starting in the Resistance area, which is all the different characters throughout Galaxy's Edge are going to be changes. So now here in the Resistance area, we're going to have Rey. We're going to, as we move into the marketplace and over to the Millennium Falcon, we're going to be getting all these different characters emerging into Galaxy's Edge. But quickly, before we leave, we're going to check out some of the merch.
Okay, so like he says there, new characters are coming to Galaxy's Edge, and I'm going to fast forward to a certain part in the video to where they actually talk to Ahsoka. Well, you know, the in-park Ahsoka, and what her reasoning behind the OG characters coming back really is. And to bring this up, so Ahsoka played in the park here, looks fantastic. They don't just get casted based on looks. They have knowledge tests, Lucasfilm creatives down there passing, literally, hey, this is what you're going to say. This is your backstory. This is your lore. Like, she can't just go walking around and just be like, I look like Ahsoka. I know a little bit. No, they're very intelligent. They're very up to speed on everything pushed down from the heads at Lucasfilm to Disney to them. So they don't just go home and watch a few movies and it's like, I got my lore. No, they're getting like paper handed to them, scripts, tests, what to do, what to say. And we all know, I mean, this is a common question. How many times a day are they going to get asked, oh, why is Luke here? Why is Han here? Why is Vader here? That doesn't make sense. Isn't he dead? Didn't he get blown up? You know, it's like a whole thing, right? Didn't they burn him? Like, that's going to be all over. Didn't Han get killed by his son? Like, this is going to be a whole thing getting questioned to Rey and Ahsoka. So her answer to this can't be just off the cuff with her, in my opinion. There's no way. They had to have tested this before putting them out there saying, hey, you're going to get these questions, guys, and this is the answer we want to give, which makes me think that we might actually get a true reset that we all deserve and want. All right, here we go.
Last visit to Batu as we know it.
Yeah.
Although it's weird because there's like not really any characters out.
Yeah.
There's no like First Order show.
No.
There's no First Order.
Ahsoka, but that's about it. She's the only one.
Ahsoka had some things to say.
Yeah.
She had some things to say to us.
Yeah.
Did you tell them what she said?
You can say it, because maybe you can say it better than I did.
Well, she didn't technically she told Alice, because Alice is her apprentice. A rift of some sort.
The world between worlds is shattering.
And she knows about that. Yeah. And that they called for backup. Because somebody named Darth Vader is going to be coming around. So she's heard. She did say Luke is for sure going to be hanging out. And there's some backup coming now. Ooh. I'm pretty sure you guys know who the backup is.
I bet they did. And I hope you guys are here as backup with us, too, as these changes happen. Because we don't know what adventures we're going to get into. We need you to be here.
All right, guys, you heard it there. And let's pull it up right here. I mean, Luke, Leia, Han, if you didn't know this already, Darth Vader are coming to Galaxy's Edge. Here's some looks at our actors and actresses playing. And I mean, it's, yeah, right here. Original trilogy. In the areas immediate surrounding the Millennium Falcon, so OG area, I would call it, Smuggler's Run attraction, you could find several original trilogy characters. Obviously, Chewie, R2-D2, OG Stormtroopers, Vader, Luke, Han, Leia. I mean, that's big. Let's look at some of these screenshots here. Looks good, man. I love the OG Stormtroopers, man. Look at that little Boba there. That's funny, man. I would like to see, they don't have it listed here, and I don't know if he's already there, guys, because I know Mando's around, but let's get Boba Fett back in the park. That's got to happen, all right? That's got to be happening. All right, guys, so I'm going to cover this real quick because this is very interesting. It'll help cover some of my points. So the top 25 highest grossing media franchises of all time. This is huge. Pokemon, 92 billion, right? Hello Kitty, 80 billion. Winnie the Pooh, 75 billion. Mickey Mouse, 70 billion. Mickey Mouse started in 1928. Star Wars, right here in 5th place, started in 1977, 65 billion. 65 billion. Do you really think investors are going to give up on Star Wars and just throw it in the trash? Like, like other IPs that aren't as big, you make a couple sequels or prequel, you try to push stuff out, and if it fails, it fails, it fails. Like, I even think the upcoming Mando film is going to fail. You throw it in the trash. You give up on it. It takes a back burner. Maybe it comes back decades later as a remake. Some other company buys it. It goes under, right? They're not going to do that here. We're talking top 5th highest grossing franchise when it comes to media franchises. I mean, it's above Harry Potter. It's above Marvel's cinematic universe. I mean, Barbie, bro. Barbie is only $24 billion. I don't even think Barbie would give up. They will pivot. All right. All these companies are worth so much damn money. They will pivot before throwing it under, specifically these top 5. They ain't going nowhere. So when we look at that from a business standpoint, and we know Wall Street, that's been the rumor in some of these articles, and other YouTubers are talking about Wall Street, Wall Street, Wall Street. And I see where they're coming from. We look at investors from Wall Street that are backing Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney, etc. They're going to look at they break shit down Barney style, like they're fucking cavemen, right? It's going to be like this. Original trilogy, make money. Sequel trilogy, no money. Mandoverse, no money. Did make money, but now no money. Original trilogy, money. What are we going to get? More original trilogy. Doesn't mean it's going to be good. They might just start shoving it in our face. And before you know, we're going to be like, what the fuck? They could screw it up still. They could still screw it up. I'm not going to say it's executed the right way. But Fortnite, what are we getting there? Original trilogy. Galaxy's Edge, our original trilogy. We got the actresses who are playing Ahsoka in the park talking about the world between worlds is going to cause the, whole separation and timeline there to bring back original trilogy characters in the park. So it got me thinking, do we get that in the silver screen? Do we get that on TV? Do we get that in movies eventually? I think so. I don't know if we'll get the world between worlds causing the rift, but we could, right? There's two angles here to look at this. I think we could get the world between worlds because if let's get a little nerdy here. Let's dive into it. Ahsoka should be dead, right? So Ezra saves her where she should have died at the hands of Vader. So if Ahsoka goes back, whether this is in live action or if they want to come back to animated, because Maul was great. It was a great animated. I really enjoyed that. I'm not even a huge animated fan, to be honest with you guys, all right? Listen, I know Rebels, Clone Wars, they're great. They're goated at this point. I'm still just not hugely into that. I like to see stuff done live action. Even better if it's done in a movie format. But nonetheless, so we bring Ahsoka back. She traverses the world between worlds and dies where she needs to. Shuts down the world between worlds, corrects the timeline, which then, because if her living there from Ezra saving her creates all of the fucking mess that we get, aka the sequel trilogy, her going back and fixing this and closing this and shutting down the world between worlds and dying where she needs to do in an epic conclusion to her character, creating a great story arc and shifting us back on track. It's like a ripcord that Disney pulls, and it would work in that moment because then we can't use World Between Worlds again. Ahsoka's out of the picture. Her sacrifice now can mean something, and it puts us back on track with the original trilogy, and we could do a lot from that. We could really, it's the safest reset without getting too nerdy and too confusing, right? Because all you have to do is just understand Rebels timeline, understand Clone Wars and all that stuff, which fans have already done. You don't need to be like into some crazy books, into some crazy comics. I mean, look, Marvel's doing it just fine, but they keep going in and out of multiverse. We don't want a multiverse here. We just need one quick reset. I think that's how I would do it in a Cliff Note fashion, right? I could get into the meat and potatoes on how she could really go about that, but she needs to sacrifice herself to alter the timeline and correct her alteration of the timeline when Ezra saved her. And it doesn't mean that the sequel trilogy never happened. It's just somewhere else. It's in that alternate timeline to when she lived and she realizes it was the wrong thing to do. So now she has to go back to sacrifice herself to correct this timeline. And it brings us back now in the main canon of the original trilogy era. So it's a way to just shift off the, sequel trilogy to the expanded universe timeline or, alternate timeline, whatever you want to call it. That's one way they could go about it. And it's kind of talked about already at Galaxy's Edge. So maybe they will go through with this on the big screen. Or this is just my take, they just stop putting, this is the easy answer, right? Like if they don't want to go risky and pull the ripcord and reset timelines and kind of delete sequel, I guess you're not really deleting, you're just kind of shoving it aside. But if they don't want to get that fancy with it, I think they should. But if they don't, we could just start to see more original trilogy era stuff. There's a lot still that could be unpacked between comics of Vader, or books of Vader, or just original ideas. Hell, I would just take Force Unleashed. You take Force Unleashed, even if you don't want to bring exactly a carbon copy of that, you still could put Vader, because we have the rights to his voice. I mean, that was signed over. James Earl Jones, before he passed in 2024, he signed the rights to his voiceover, I want to say it was in 2022, to Disney, to use AI to even help alter his voice. They have the full rights to his voice. So we got Vader back on there. Throw Hayden Christensen in the costume. That would be great. And we could use, I mean, Sebastian Stan. We all know he looks exactly like Luke. Or, you know, I guess he looks close enough. And you could even use AI to help that. We could put characters back in here. And we could have a Force Unleashed style timeline to where Vader has an apprentice. And we got Sidious there. I mean, that would be just fantastic to throw us in that era, as well as just showing Vader go off on his genocides and still dealing with the PTSD of his past and his troublesome with everything between, you know, his memories of Obi-Wan, memories of Shmi, his mother, as well as memories of Padme. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. Emotionally, give us that PTSD torn man, but show his brute strength. Show him having an apprentice. There's a lot that you could do. So that's a way to keep giving us like, hey, here's some OG era stuff, some OG era battles that took place. This was going on. This crime syndicate. Hell, Shadow of the Empire. Great video game. And it is a book too. I haven't read the book. I've just played the N64 game. Goated. So you get Dash Rendar, which is giving you basically like Han Solo back. All right, so we're going to look at the synopsis here for Shadow of the Empire for those who don't know. Prince, I can never pronounce this guy. It's Caesar or Kaiser. I always jack it up, so I apologize, but he's the main villain here. He's a leader of the Black Sun Syndicate, and he's attempting to assassinate Luke to spite Vader and to earn Palpatine's favor. Like, to be like, look, I did it. I did what Vader couldn't do. And this takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Like, what a fun time, right? And when you play the game, you get to be a part of a Battle of Hoth, and you play Dash Rendar, okay? So he's another asshole smuggler, similar to a Han Solo character. And this kind of, like I said, when we get into the story here, this overlaps the time where Han Solo is going to be frozen in carbonite. So that you could push these characters aside a bit, right? And we could really focus on new characters. You know, we got a new bad guy, the Prince. God, I'm going to keep fucking it up. It's Xizor. So Caesar or... All right. I apologize to the big fans out there, right? I've never been able to pronounce it. But nonetheless, he's our big bad guy. He's trying to impress the Emperor. Dash Rendar's going out there to fight him, essentially. We're going to see Boba Fett, IG-88, all these different nice, fun callbacks to the original trilogy that could still be done today. Boba Fett, easy to put on the screen. Prince, he's never been on there. Throw him on the screen. Palpatine, easy to throw on the screen. Cameos of Vader, easy to throw on the screen. I mean, like, Shadows of the Empire, like Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, that is a perfect timeline. That's original trilogy's best timeline moments. And we got a great side story. It's already been done in a book, video game, and we could take it, adapt it, mix it up a little bit. And I think that, Force Unleashed, Vader doing genocidal shit, I mean, I think that's a good timeline and a good way to just keep punching original trilogy stuff and see if it sticks. And if the numbers go through the roof, which I think they would if done right, maybe we then get a reset with Ahsoka coming in and they go, hey, let's just find a way to reset and do the World Between Worlds. Or maybe they never do. Maybe we just keep getting OG stuff and they just, eventually we get a whole new trilogy with all new characters far, far away. And we just kind of leave it what it was. I don't know, though. I don't know which I like more. I kind of want both. I want them to do the World Between Worlds, reset it, show that was like an expanded universe timeline, the sequel trilogy I'm referring to there. It's, have Ahsoka die in a meaningful way and it shifts us back on track, as well as giving me OG callbacks. Let's get some movies that took place around the original trilogy era, and let's see more with that. I think it's going to print money, and honestly, that's what we're getting now. That's what the whole point of this conversation is, and I'm going to pull up an article to really prove my point here as well. So right here, this was done on May 3rd, and I'm filming this May 6th, all right? So I've gathered a little bit of stuff over the past few days. I might be a little bit late here, but I don't care. I'm here to make good content for you guys and make sure it's accurate content. So Disney executives reportedly ready to reset Star Wars and splinter the sequel trilogy. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? So let's go here. In a recent focus group of teens conducted by entertainment industry, Matt Maloney, goofy ass name, very reliable guy. All right, I'll keep it to you short. It's obvious the Mando and Grogu box office projections continue. It's going to bomb, all right? But let's get down to the meat and potatoes on what these teens said when they were interviewed by Matt Maloney about Star Wars. All right, guys, so here we go. When asked about Star Wars, the teens didn't debate the storylines, characters, or upcoming films. Instead, the conversation was brief and dismissive. Let's get a quote from the kids here. I like the old stuff, but the new stuff, nah. I'm not too excited for The Mandalorian. I never watched it personally. That's what one teen said. Another teen didn't even bother sugarcoating it. All right, let's hear what this teen says. Anything that came out after I was born isn't that great. The only semi-positive mention came with a caveat. Star Wars has been quiet lately, but I liked Andor a lot, another added. Okay, guys, I'm not going to lie. I know Andor's like pretty like on the fence. I enjoyed it, but it's like its own thing, right? It was very mature HBO-centric, so I see why certain Star Wars fans don't like it. There's no lightsabers. I get it. But I'll take Andor over Acolyte. I'll take Andor over a lot of... Even Kenobi kind of was fucked, all right? I love Hayden Christensen. I love Ewan McGregor, but it wasn't them that fucked it up. Let's be honest. We know who fucked it up. Kathleen Kennedy. All right, let's move on here. Then we go into what the film's, Hollywood Reporter saying it's now tracking $80 million in the box. I mean, that's awful. For Memorial Day weekend, that's awful to put it to you. The film's going to flop. So to skim that there, we got kids, teenagers, saying they don't even give a fuck about the sequel trilogy. They don't even care. Hell, one of them even liked Andor. All right? So that should say a lot. And the other one talking about really liking the originals and prequel. It seems like everybody loves the originals. My personal favorite is the originals. I love them. And I think the prequels, they did good too. And they only got better with time with most fans. All right? Specifically Revenge of the Sith. I mean, that movie just slaps hard. If that's not in your top 3, then we can't even be friends. So all this information gathered here, guys, multiple sources claiming this, bunch of articles out there. Now we got, teens talking, we got box office projections, we got Galaxy's Edge changing, Fortnite changing. So to summarize, what have we gathered here? Marketing's changing with Star Wars, and it's clearly geared towards what? Original trilogy. So how the fuck do you bring back original trilogy from 70s and 80s, right? How the fuck do you bring that back? These actors and actresses are either gone or too old, or it's a flushed out timeline, right? You could add movies that take place in between. We talked about Force Unleashed would be a decent one to throw in there. Shadow of the Empire, just Vader going off like he does in the comics with like his genocidal takeovers of other planets and systems. And I mean, show us a bounty hunter show. I know we got Mando, but like, it's just me thinking off the top of my head here. We got Bosk, IG-88. I mean, give us a little bit of something. I'll take a spinoff. I'll even take that mummy fuck, what's his name? Dengar, wrapped up in teepee. Just show me Dengar out there. That fucking toilet paper head dude. I gotta bring him up now. There he is. Dengar, that mummy fuck. All right, let's read about him. Crude and slovenly Dengar was nonetheless an effective bounty hunter. Fuck, I don't know, this guy kills me. While some bounty hunters prided themselves on finesse and style, yeah, this fucker clearly didn't. He just was like, well, put the TP on my head, honey, I'm going out to work. Dengar preferred firepower and destruction despite his scruffy-looking and battered exterior. Dengar thought highly of himself, enough to make blunt passes at shapely females that caught his eye. What? This dude's hitting on people. His face is half burnt. Looks like a fucking crouton that fell underneath the fucking table at Olive Garden and was left there for a month. He's wrapped up in toilet paper and beat up bronzed armor. All right, this guy kills me. I need to see him on the big screen. This dude's hitting on people. Despite these obnoxious qualities, Boba Fett enjoyed working with Dengar and held him in high regard due to his proven track record in hunting down prey. So, oh, Dengar. But yeah, give me some movies like that. Fuck it. You know, give me The Force Unleashed, Shadow of the Empire, like everything we talked about there. And we have AI that's doing fantastic right now. We have actors like Sebastian Stan that look like Luke. We have the rights to Darth Vader, James Earl Jones' voice. Let's start getting more OG stuff pushed out. I still think it looks like everything with Galaxy's Edge is hinting at a full reset. People in Wall Street are pissed. They want their fucking money from their investment. They're not going to give up on this IP. Us as fans aren't going to give up on this IP. And I'm telling you right now, Lucasfilm themselves are not, because they got the boot on their neck from Wall Street, and that's who's going to make the move. They're going to say, I don't give a fuck. OG's selling. Give us OG Trilogy. It sells. Like I said, they're going to black and white this shit. It's going to be like Barney style, where it's just like sequel trilogy, no money. OG Trilogy, now make money. We need money. So what do we need? OG Trilogy. So whether that's pumping out movies like this that feature, Dengar, or, you Shadow of the Empire, more Vader stuff, or do a full fucking reset, shift the timeline, use Ahsoka's sacrifice to reset it and bring us back to the original trilogy, and then also start pumping those movies in. A combination of both is how you could really do it the right way and get us back on track for the fans, for Wall Street, for the investors. It's a pro for everybody. But can they pull this off? Will they do this right? Do you guys even think they're going that route? I mean, I think everything points this way. But let me know your thoughts and comments down below. It's enough of me ranting today. If you want to hear more about Star Wars or any other movie news, subscribe to this channel. I always do movie news, reviews, and reactions. I try to get a video or two up every week. So let me know what you guys think. Let's engage down in the comment section about this, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right. May the Force be with you.